Hi everyone, my name is Mary Jefferson and this is my Educational Technology Internship presentation. A little bit about myself. My name is Mary, but I go by Molly. And I also started this program as Mary Brady and got married about halfway through. So you may see any of those names while you're looking through my portfolio. I'm currently in my 6th year of teaching kindergarten at Norwood Elementary. This is my 2nd year as the technology liaison for my school. And in addition to those positions, I'm also a member of the leadership team and the social committee. This portfolio is a summary of work I have completed while pursuing my master's in educational technology at Loyola University. My goal for my internship was to provide professional development sessions to deepen teachers' understanding of technology tools, as well as unstructured sessions to help teachers with any technology-related issues. I was calling these professional development unstructured times Tech Tuesdays. Some of the things that I wanted to focus on were Plickers, OneNote, Wixie, and BCPS Serve. However, I did not realize that we were going to have to look at ActiveInspire, how to set up a port replicator, using Serve in-depthly, and because of that, we did not ever get to Plickers. The survey I sent out in the beginning of the year was taken by 12 out of 30 teachers. Most of them indicated Wixie, OneNote, and Dreambox data were things that they wanted to go over. I used this to set up my first couple sessions. Unfortunately, we had to make some changes based on the new technology we received at school. Like I said before, the port replicator became a focus of some of the sessions, as well as BCPS Serve, since the teachers all received new computers this year with a new docking station. To get the word out about my professional developments, I posted posters around the school, in the copy room, on the door to get into the restroom, and various other places around the school. I also sent them out in an email and shared them in the tech folder. At my school, we like to use memes on things in the school for the teachers. So I included those as well as what room they would be in, who would be hosting, and what we would have. Marco Polo is a game that I play with the other technology liaison when we're working after school. Since everyone at my school is aware of it and knows that we play it, we thought it would be a fun idea to use Marco Polo with everyone after school. This was one of the first sessions that we did where we walked around and came to help troubleshoot, fix Prometheans, install printers, and more. It was a very successful session, and teachers enjoyed being able to bring us into their rooms and help them with problems that they were having. We worked with about 8 teachers during this session, and it felt very effective. We are going to continue doing more of these Marco Polo type events to help our teachers in their classrooms. Some incentives that we offered were chips and dip at each session, except for the unstructured when we walked around, and gift card raffles. Here are 2 pictures from some of the tools that we use. The first one is a teacher working on her ActiveInspire. We had, I was not expecting to need to do ActiveInspire since we have so many veteran teachers that have been using ActiveInspire, making flip charts for so many years. However, we did have a couple new teachers, some interns that were interested, and some resource teachers that were starting to use ActiveInspire, so we decided to add a session of that in. We hosted a session on Wixie to use for portfolios, but some teachers, after they found how easy it was to use and how kid-friendly Wixie was, they made other activities for their students in their classrooms. This is a video that I created on how to use the port replicator. Again, this was something that came up multiple times, and since I wanted to do some flip sessions, so some sessions where the teachers could watch instead of coming into my room to listen to me talk about something. I created a couple videos for the teachers to be able to watch on their own time. Unfortunately, I'm not able to say how many people have viewed them, but I do feel like they are helpful, and I have not gotten any calls to help install or set up port replicators since creating the video. I also think the video is a good resource for technology issues like setting up a port replicator, because you're able to pause the video, stop and look at something in the video, whereas if it was just me giving a presentation, it would be the one time they saw it, and then they would have to go back and do it on their own without any type of guide or help. So I think the video is actually a really great way to get the word out and have a resource teachers can always go back to look at how to do something. So I'd like to create more videos in the future. This is a snip of the technology folder that we keep on the shared drive. As you can see, we have new device help, we have student help, and other resources. Those are also the 2 videos that I have saved in there. How to create a serve ticket. Some of these resources have been made by myself for this internship, and others have been made by the Baltimore County Technology Office for assistance. So I thought it would be helpful to have everything all in one place, all of the resources. So I created this folder on the shared drive for teachers. These are some examples of some of the things that are in the technology folder at school. The first one is something I created to help students know how to log on to Dreambox. Since our school is only pre-K to 3rd grade, we realize they really need those visual directions, since there are so many steps for them in order to log on. So I also have one for Wixie, I have Dreambox, and as teachers request or say they have a problem with, I can edit and fix that. This is a resource that I made in the beginning of the year for teachers, because we were so often saying who has a dongle, who has a port replicator, and there was a lot of confusion over what those things were and all of the new technology. And I actually feel like my internship kind of took a turn. I was hoping to really deepen, not add, and work on some of the technology tools that we knew about, but we just weren't using. But unfortunately, the new technology that we received kind of set teachers back and presented some new problems. So I made this up and hung them around the school and sent them out so that teachers were aware of what we were talking about when we said dongle and port replicator. And then this is an example of how to create a BCPS serve ticket. This was created by Baltimore County. I printed these and handed them out. And I also keep a set in the office for when teachers say, I have a problem, how do I put in a ticket? That way I can just hand it to them. So in my reflection, I have the topic that I did, and then if I would say it was effective or not. So I felt that a session was an effective session if it had a lot of people that came to it, or if it just felt like I was able to be really helpful. The ones that were not effective, only one person came to this for a simple fix, so that one was not as helpful. And then OneNote, unfortunately, no one came to that. And in my reflection in my portfolio, I go into more depth, but basically I found that the ineffective ones were when we had a lot going on at the school. So for example, American Education Week, Thanksgiving were both around the time that they were not effective. And I think people just did not want to add anything else to their plate during that time, which I understand. So I am going to offer OneNote again sometime in the spring when it's less busy, because people did indicate that they wanted to learn more about that. And I think after having the Marco Polo session where we walked around and we're helping teachers in their rooms, people didn't want to have to come down to our room to get help. So I think in the future, when I do an open help session, I will be more present around the school, walking around, checking in with people. And I think that really creates a more comfortable space for the teachers, which was one of my goals in the beginning of this internship, was to create a time and a place for teachers to feel comfortable asking questions. And I think teachers are most comfortable in their own classroom showing, talking about, and asking things. So in the future, I'm going to continue to do it in more of that Marco Polo style for the teachers in my school. The two flip sessions, I felt that they were really helpful just because you can always go back to them. If someone new comes to the school and doesn't know how to do things, I can show them the videos or just send them to them, as well as interns and anyone who maybe didn't watch it once but needs to know how to set up a sub video can now go back and just watch those at any time. I'm going to continue to do a bunch of flip videos just because with technology, you don't know you need it until the session's already over and you want to go back to it. So I'm just going to keep making flip videos and hope that they are helpful to the teachers. So in my backward reflection, I'd like to do more surveys and ask the teachers what days and times work better for them. What do they want to learn? Maybe it's not a tech tool for students. Maybe it's something on the computer. I noted before that because of the new HP Elite books and the Windows 10, we took a lot more time problem solving and troubleshooting how to use these new devices with teachers, where I had thought that we'd be able to go deeper on the SAMR model. However, it seems like my teachers were not ready for that with the new technology that we received this year. It kind of set us back. I also had to do a Wi-Fi survey in the middle of the year, or in the middle of my internship, because teachers were struggling to have Wi-Fi connections. Student computers were dropping Wi-Fi connections all the time. And I know it was a issue in Baltimore County, and then our school was flagged as one of the ones that was having a significant issue with Wi-Fi dropping. So I think that also deterred teachers from using some of the technology tools because they were not reliable. We had kids being kicked off WIC and BCPS1 all the time. So that itself kind of created a problem, and teachers were finding other ways to do lessons that did not involve technology tools because our Wi-Fi is so poor right now. And that's actually still an issue that they're still working on right now. But I am going to continue to hold sessions and ask teachers what they want to learn more about. So looking forward, I'm going to do a survey on wants and needs, a survey on best times, and continue to support the teachers with their new computers. So I'm going to take you over to my portfolio now. Okay, so welcome to my portfolio, and here I'm going to showcase some of the key concepts that I concentrated on in my internship. So 8.1, model and promote strategies for achieving equitable access to digital tools and resources. This aligns with our SPP goals for my school this year. We wanted to use Wixie because it allows students to record what they're saying. It doesn't have to be typed or written, and they can also take pictures. So for students who English is not their first language, they don't need to worry about typing something when they can just take a picture, or they can record it. And this is also helpful for parents who maybe have a harder time reading things in English. They can just hear what their student is saying. Candidates will be able to demonstrate the ability to lead technology initiatives at the school or district level. In my proposal, I went through how I'm going to help the teachers use the tools that we have, deepen on the SAMR model, and move up on the SAMR model by creating new lessons and things that involve more technology. Unfortunately, I did have to change a lot of my topics and how I was using, how I was presenting the professional development. However, I think I still was able to be helpful for the teachers. And my proposal again, and then my reflection. I feel like I had every intention of making this exactly, I wanted to follow my proposal exactly, and I always thought, how hard could it be? But then I did realize there are so many other issues that come up that are unavoidable. And then I also have my technology folder here because I'm just keeping this a variety of resources here for the teachers to use in the classroom. and assisting colleagues with this process, and this is going to be something ongoing. Okay, so that takes you through my key concepts that I focused on in my internship, and I hope that this was helpful. Feel free to look at more pictures and deeper reflections on my website. Thank you.